I'm a veteran of 8 national presidential campaigns. I spent 35 years in the corroded rectum of the two-party system.
There's the quote of the day.
Our system is broken.
An increasing lack of ease with Hillary Clinton's candidacy. Her unfavorables are climbing. She's mired in this email scandal. She's on defense. She's explaining, and when you're explaining in politics, you're losing. Look, voters need to know that Jeb Bush got a $4 million taxpayer-financed personal bailout from the federal government when Daddy was vice president. They need to know that. Presidential politics is about big picture, sweeping issues and a few memorable phrases to get people to understand them, to retain them. It's not about 20-point plans. Ask Newt Gingrich how that works out. It's not about being the wonk in chief. I don't think that's what the voters are looking for either. The problem here is career politicians. It's both parties, Republican and Democrat. The Republican Party has morphed into the same as the Democratic Party, the big money party, the Wall Street Party. It's not incidental that the people who are funding Hillary are funding Jeb Bush. They're the same entrenched financial interests. You know what they like? The status quo. That's what they like. First of all, Trump doesn't put all of his eggs in the tax reduction basket. It's very pro-growth, but Trump is the only one who would have the freedom from special interests to really cut spending. No career politician will ever really cut spending. Other than Ronald Reagan, he is the most charismatic and interesting and kind of larger-than-life figure that I worked for. The ruling class, the political establishment, they are wetting their britches over the rise of Donald Trump. They didn't see this. Why? Because Trump cannot be controlled. Because he's independently wealthy, he could break the back of the political system and the insiders. I do think with Jeb's failure across the board, his underperformance, and that paleo diet, get this guy a cheeseburger. He's got no energy. He's just flat. There's no passion there. There's no can-do spirit. It's just somnambulant. This is why Trump is zooming past him.
And she says it's all about timing, when things may have been deemed as classified versus when she got them or sent them. So just
she also said she was under sniper fire in Bosnia.
Roger Stone, thank you very much.
I wrote a book about his girlfriends, his mistresses, his one-night stands, and beat encyclopedia. This is not the point. The point is he has abused women. She's helped cover it up. She's an enabler. That's what the book's about. I think one of the mistakes that analysts make is they look at the Republican primary electorate as monolithic. It is not monolithic. They're all different types of Republicans.
I want to ask you about Fiorina, too. Obviously, she's surging in the polls because the Republicans believe that she bested everyone in that debate. Do you see that lasting?
No, I really don't, because what it's brought with it is a scrutiny on her record.
Yeah, look, the Clinton Foundation is not a foundation, and it's not a charity. It's two things. It's a slush fund for grifters. And secondarily, it's just a vehicle for the facilitation of massive bribes. So, for example, the country of Qatar wants to overthrow Gaddafi, who, although he's not a great guy, is an ally of the United States, is feeding us intelligence on al-Qaeda. They put $1.5 million in Bill's pocket for a 20-minute speech, bribe. They put $1 million in Hillary's pocket for a 20-minute speech, bribe.
Donald Trump is running against, 15 pygmies and a brain surgeon, a brilliant brain surgeon.
Trump is accused of trying to have it both ways by not slapping the guy down or responding, by saying nothing. But Hillary Clinton, you just heard her try to have it both ways. The truth is, Jimmy Carter's middle name was not Hussein. A very substantial number of people wonder, because of the policies of this administration, about whether the president is a Muslim.
The ruling class is pissing their pants here. This guy is a challenge to the two-party duopoly that is running the government. He's a Manhattan real estate developer, and he's leading 14, 15 other experienced politicians. Why? Because he had a core message of taking on the system, fixing our broke immigration system, taking on China and Mexico, redoing these trade deals to bring jobs back to the country. He was a breath of fresh air. Clinton just uses brute force. I mean, his signature move is to bite the upper lip of his victims. At least 3 women I interviewed were bitten as both a disabling move and kind of a not so subtle signal that you should keep your mouth shut. Politics is about winning. It's about inclusion. Trump will either win Hispanic votes or not win them based on an economic vision. He's either going to offer Hispanics and all Americans prosperity, opportunity, jobs, a chance to recapture the American dream, or he's not. I think that is a more powerful message than illegal immigration, because most of the legal immigrants that I know, they're concerned about illegal immigration. Corruption is not an ideological issue. I don't care whether you're a liberal or a conservative or a Republican or a Democrat. You want a clean government that is not ruled by special interests. It's not an ideological issue. It's what is propelling Trump.